there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 17th. I've only been doing this all week, and I already forgot what week it is. So thank you for being here, Gemini. I really appreciate it. I go live every day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by the way. So if you want to catch me live, make sure to show up for that. Also, tomorrow on Valentine's Day, I will be going live at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I will be doing a lot of cool stuff. We're going to be giving away a few personal readings as well, so make sure to show up for that tomorrow. But Gemini, let's see what is going on for you this week. And Gemini, let's see here. All right, Gemini, you start off with the Five of Wands here and the Hermit card. I feel like this is your story, is what I feel like saying to you. To me, this is not even a weekly reading. I don't know what the hell this is, Gemini. This is like a life reading, is what I'm going to say to you. So I feel like in a lot of ways, this is talking about some difficulties and challenges that you've been going through. I feel like you've been looking for something for a very long period of time with this Hermit card. The Hermit card can be a card of like introspection, but to me it's also a card of like seeking or looking for something. So maybe some of you have been looking for the love of your life. Maybe you've been looking for a job that pays you more money, something. So I feel like a lot of you have been kind of like lifelong seekers, or you've been lifelong searchers of something that you want in your life. The Five of Wands to me is just like, sometimes the Five of Wands, to me, shows up at the beginning of a journey, or like if I'm doing a reading like this, this is showing up in the past position, the first position at the beginning of the reading. And so to me, this could just talk about the journey that you've been going on in life, and that was like the immediate feeling I got for you. You also have the Two of Wands here as well. Two of Wands is like taking control of your life, taking the lead in your life. It's like being bold, but it says you have the whole world in your hands. So I feel like a lot of you are kind of like taking control at this time. Love it. Next, you have the Knight of Wands here in the World. What do you know? So, the World, I feel like some of you could be definitely traveling with these cards. You could be moving. To me, this has more of a free-spirited vibe to it for you, Gemini. So I feel like some of you are just becoming more free-spirited. Maybe you're just wanting to have more experiences in life with the World card. Maybe you're realizing that you are kind of wanting to get out there and have more experiences in life in general with that World card. What's popping into my head is midlife crisis. Gemini, I'm not saying that you're having a midlife crisis, but I feel like it's just people, I think the message for me, for you, Gemini, is that like when people have a midlife crisis, it's like usually they get to a point in their life where they're like, oh my God, I'm running out of time. I haven't done the things I wanted to do. I don't think that's what the message is saying for you, Gemini. I feel like it's more just saying that you are just realizing that there's like more in life that you desire, or there could be certain things certain experiences that you want to have. And I feel like this is you just kind of like opening up to more experiences in life. And I feel like that's a good thing. I also do feel like this could be love for you, Gemini. It could be you traveling for love. It could be a fire sign coming in for you. You have a lot of Leo cards. You have the Strength card, and you also have the Sun here as well. It could be any fire sign, though. You also have Capricorn showing up here as well. So it could be, but it's just a general reading. You have Virgo showing up here also. So it's just a general reading. It could be any sign, but those are the signs that are kind of jumping out at me. For a lot of you, I feel like this is just kind of like travel. Next, you have the Strength card here, and the Page of Wands. Tons of fire here. So some of you could be meeting, if you're looking for love, could be a fire sign coming in for you. If you're in love, could be a fire sign that you're with. Strength card, just a card of like patience. So some of you maybe are being required to be patient in a love situation. I do feel that for some of you, even in the future. In the future, you have marriage. You have the Four of Wands in your future position here, Gemini. So if you're having to be patient in love, I feel like there is marriage in your future. Probably with this person, probably with a Leo. It's like you have in your future positions, you have the Strength card, you have the Two of Wands, and you have the Four of Wands. Literally marriage. And literally could be to a Leo, by the way. So I feel like some of you could be kind of like with a Leo, or you could be with a fire sign in general here. It could be someone who has a lot of Leo in their chart. Like I always say, I'm a little bit biased. I mean, to me, Gemini and Leo is a pretty good match. I always say my brother, I think he's a dumbass because my favorite girlfriend he ever had, his girlfriend, not mine, was a Gemini. Biggest mistake of his life, people. Don't get me started on that, right? But anyway, I feel like this is talking about patience for you here as well, Gemini. Next, Gemini, you have the Devil and the Moon card. I feel like this is things that you kind of like do not see, basically. So I feel like in some ways, maybe you're in a relationship that has a little bit of toxic behavior. To me, it looks like you're going to be overcoming this. It doesn't even have to be toxic behavior here because you have the sun. So it's like maybe you have been in a relationship where there have been some obstacles. It's like you go from the moon to the sun is your next card. So this to me, I always say the moon to me is just a temporary period in time because the moon comes up, the moon goes down, the sun comes up, right? So I feel like for some of you, if you've been going through difficulties or challenges, the moon card could say that these challenges are going to be overcome. For others, I feel like these are just like minor fears about like toxic behavior. I think we all kind of like in some relationships, if you've been with someone long enough, you probably notice something about the person that could be, a little toxic, right? We all have bad behavior. Like I always say, like maybe you see them clipping their toenails in bed, right? That one gets me, if you haven't noticed, Gemini. So maybe there's a little toxic behavior. I feel like with a little bit of communication, you could easily overcome this with the Sun card. But this is your next card and your center card. You have the Seven of Cups and the Sun card here. To me, this is saying like obvious choice. The Sun shines a light on something in our lives, right? It kind of like it's a card of enlightenment. It's a card of the choice that we're supposed to make in our lives. So the Seven of Cups could be confusion or not being sure where you want to put all your Gemini, or all your energy, Gemini. But the Sun just says you need to trust your instincts. You need to trust that you are being guided to make the right decisions. So I feel like this is clarity, probably after a very confusing time in your life. For some of you, I feel like this could be about work as well. For some of you, I feel like maybe you don't know where you stand at work, or maybe you have not known where you stand in work, or it's been kind of maybe rocky or confusing. I feel like this could be clarity about where you stand at work. For others, I feel like you're just like putting your energy in better places with these cards. I feel like that could be lead to a lot of success. Next, you have the Two Wands and the Four Swords here. So I feel like for some of you, this could be a recovery that you're going through. That Two Wands to me is like saying you are, this to me just says you're making a choice, really, Gemini. That's kind of a boring message, so I was trying to spice it up there in my head a little bit, but I'm not that type of reader. I gotta deliver the messages I get, and I just feel like this is just you making a decision, you making a choice. I mean, literally, it's like this is saying that you have some sort of like epiphany, you realize what choice you need to make in your life with the Seven of Cups, and this is you like thinking about it, the Four Swords, Two Wands, you're just grabbing the wand. You are just making the choice. So I feel like for some of you, you're just making a choice in your life, and I feel like it'll be very good for you. For others, I feel like this could be some sort of move, or this could be like you grabbing onto something. So I feel like this could be you accepting like a new job position, like a raise or a promotion. It could just be a new job in general. I do feel like some of you could be sad about leaving a job as well. It's like maybe you'd be leaving a lot of friends behind, or maybe you'd be leaving a lot of people behind here. But at the same time, I feel like it'll be very good for you. So if you're making a job change or anything like that, I feel like that it could be very positive. For others, I feel like the choice is moving, honestly, Gemini. I feel like some of you could be deciding whether or not you want to move. I do feel like it would be a good choice. So if you're thinking about moving to a new location for a certain reason, I feel like this would be very good for you to make that choice to move. But I do feel like this is pretty positive to me. Like I said, the way that this reading is set up, it's very interesting because it's just like toxic energy in the past. Even in your first row, it's like you have that Five of Wands, you have that Devil card, and you also have the Seven of Swords here at the end. And so even that first row is toxic energy. Then it just gradually gets significantly better by the end of the reading here, Gemini. So next you have the Seven of Swords right here. And the Death card. So like again, like I said, in this whole first row is toxic energy with those cards that I just mentioned in this one here. And this is like some sort of transformation past some sort of toxic energy. So I feel like some of you are just like leaving toxic energy behind with these cards. For others, I feel like you could be fearing some sort of transformation, some sort of change. So it's like if you are thinking about moving or traveling or anything like that, I feel like this could be some sort of change, but I feel like it'll be like good for you. Next, again, Five of Cups, sadness, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like sadness about the change, like I said. I was getting that for the Five of Cups here. That Nine of Pentacles is just like gathering resources, but the Nine of Pentacles to me is a card of refinement. It's like a card of going over something in your head, like really kind of analyzing something. The Seven of Pentacles is truly the card of assessment. It's like the card of analysis, Seven of Pentacles. But the Nine of Pentacles is pretty damn close, because the Nine of Pentacles says you have done an assessment on something. You have looked deeply into some sort of something in your life, like a relationship or a business or whatever. And it's like now you are kind of looking at where things can be improved, or where things can be fixed. And I feel like some of you are doing that. For some of you, it's like after you've done your assessment here, it's like you're deciding to move on. So I feel like that's why some of you could be leaving a job. Maybe some of you are deciding that you're just never going to get paid enough at your current position, so you're just like, no, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go get something else. Same thing in a relationship as well. It's like you could be making a head-over-heart decision here, Gemini, saying, you know what, this is not going anywhere. I'm going to move on to something else. So I feel like some of you could be making those decisions. For others, I feel like you're just like moving more towards luxuries with that Nine of Pentacles. And finally here, Gemini, you have the Four of Wands, Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this could be marriage, like I said, coming in for you. That Eight of Cups is a card of looking too deeply into a situation. So it kind of just says, like, in relationships in general, try not to look too deeply into things. Remember, how funny is it that I just said a minute ago about cutting toenails and bet? It's like maybe there is certain toxic behavior that your partner has. Maybe you consider it toxic, but really is it? Or is it really that big of a deal? So for some of you, I feel like this is saying don't walk away from a relationship with where there are minor issues, where things could be fixed. For others, I just feel like this is you walking away from something that has you bound. Basically, the Eight of Cups is walking away from toxic energy or walking away from something that no longer serves you. Four of Wands says that if you're making that type of change, if you are walking away from something, it will lead to more freedom or celebration with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is my card of freedom. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of victory coming in for you here. This is like I'm getting like an executive decision. So I feel like some of you are making like an executive decision in your life. And I feel like that's going to lead to just good news and success and a victory for you, Gemini. So Gemini, this reading was all over the place, I'm not going to lie. I feel like I was just speaking calculus. I felt like that made no sense whatsoever. So sorry, Gemini, but thank you for putting up with that. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. I still feel like it's a good reading. To me, if I were to sum this up, I feel like you're just like making a choice to walk away from toxic energy, or you're kind of like going for, it's just like the journey. Like I said at the beginning of your reading, it's like you've gone from something very toxic or a lot of challenges to improvements in the future with all these future position cards here, Gemini. So thank you, Gemini. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. I will be back in about 5-ish minutes to do Leo. So I'll be right back, and of course I'll be back at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do the daily reading. Casey, thank you so much for the super chat, and Casey and JC, thank you so much for the support. Really, really appreciate it. But thank you, everybody, and I will be right back.